dive into today's episode, I just want to remind you to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us. It helps us grow, reach more amazing learners like you, and keep bringing you fresh and fun content every week. So don't forget, like, subscribe, and let's keep this journey going strong.
Hello, my wonderful fellow adventurers in English, and welcome back to Idiom Insights. I'm Emma, your ever-curious host, and I am so excited to be your companion today as we explore another set of phrases that make English such a fascinating puzzle to solve.
And I'm Jack, here to provide the color commentary and ensure our grammar is straight and our punchlines land. It's a genuine pleasure to be back, Emma. I feel like today's idioms take us on a real emotional roller coaster, from things that are absolutely certain to feelings that make you lose all sense of certainty completely.
That is the perfect way to describe it, Jack. We're journeying from the predictable to the passionate. These idioms are expressions you'll hear in movies, read in books, and use in conversations about life's biggest moments, decisions, limitations, freedom, and of course, love.
It sounds like we're covering all the important bases. Well, let's not keep our amazing listeners waiting in suspense. What are the 4 key phrases we'll be adding to our linguistic map in this episode of Idiom Insights?
An excellent question. Today, we begin with a phrase for something that is inevitable, a foregone conclusion. Then, we'll look at a phrase that describes a situation with a serious lack of options. Beggars can't be choosers. Next up, a phrase so good we're bringing it back for a second look, the ultimate expression of freedom, carte blanche. And we will end on a beautifully romantic note, exploring what it means to fall head over heels.
From the head to the heart. What a fantastic lineup. Before we jump into our first idiom, we want to give a huge thank you to every single one of you for tuning in. If you enjoy unpacking the English language with us, please consider hitting that subscribe or follow button. It's the best way to make sure you never miss a new discovery.
Your support truly means the world to us. Now, let's get started with that feeling of inevitability. Our first idiom is a foregone conclusion.
This is a brilliant phrase. A foregone conclusion is a result or outcome that is so certain to happen that you can predict it long before it actually does. There is no suspense, no doubt. The end of the story has basically already been written. It's like watching a race where one car is a Formula 1 champion and the other is a bicycle. The winner is a foregone conclusion.
That's a perfect analogy, Jack. It completely removes the element of surprise. You might use it in a business context. If a hugely popular company releases a new phone, its massive sales are often seen as a foregone conclusion. Or in politics, if one candidate has a massive lead in the polls, their victory might be called a foregone conclusion. It implies that the process is just a formality.
Exactly. It's the feeling of knowing the final score before the game has even finished. Let's listen to a conversation that uses this phrase perfectly. Here are Mia and Mark, discussing a movie they just watched.
Well, that was exactly what I expected it to be. The special effects were incredible, but I think I knew how it was going to end within the first 10 minutes.
You're not the only one. The moment they introduced the villain, a ridiculously evil billionaire, and the hero, a super strong, impossibly handsome secret agent, you just knew how it would all play out.
Precisely. There was never a single moment where I thought the hero might actually lose. It would have been more interesting if there was some doubt, but his success was a foregone conclusion from the opening scene.
I agree. It was fun, but it wasn't very exciting. When you pay a famous actor that much money, I suppose you can't have his character fail. His victory is built into the contract. It's a foregone conclusion before they even write the script.
You can hear the lack of surprise in their voices. They enjoyed the movie on one level, but they both identified that there was no real tension. The hero's victory was so certain that it was, as they both said, a foregone conclusion.
It's a fantastic example of how the phrase is used to talk about predictability in storytelling. It's the opposite of a shocking twist. We'd love to hear from you, our listeners. Tell us about a time you felt the outcome of a movie, a book, or a sports game was a foregone conclusion.
Excellent. Now, let's move from absolute certainty to a complete lack of choice. Our second idiom is beggars can't be choosers.
This is a very old and very wise proverb. Essentially, it means that when you are in a desperate situation and need something badly, you cannot be picky about what you get. You must accept any help or any item that is offered to you, even if it's not exactly what you wanted. The beggar is the person in need, and the chooser is the person with options. In this case, you are not the chooser.
It's a lesson in humility and pragmatism, isn't it? If you're stranded on the side of the road in a storm and a kind driver stops to offer you a ride, you don't ask them if their car has comfortable seats. You just get in and are grateful for the help. You are in no position to make demands.
Exactly. You have no leverage. Let's listen to Mia and Mark. They seem to be in a bit of a tricky travel situation, where their options are very, very limited.
Is that it? Is that really the only room they have left? The one facing the noisy street with the single window that doesn't open?
I'm afraid so. I asked the hotel manager twice. I even asked if he could check the computer again. Every other hotel in this town is completely sold out because of the festival. This was the last room in the entire town.
I was just hoping for something a little nicer. We've been looking forward to this weekend away for months. This room feels a bit depressing.
I know it's not perfect, my love. But at this point, it's either this room or we sleep in the car. It's a classic case of beggars can't be choosers. Let's just be grateful we have a bed. We can make the best of it.
You can really feel Mia's disappointment, can't you? Her ideal vision for the weekend is clashing with reality. But Mark's response is the voice of reason. He uses the idiom perfectly to frame their situation.
He really does. He acknowledges her feelings but brings it back to the simple fact that they have no other options. They are the beggars in this scenario. And this imperfect room is the only thing on offer. They can't be choosers.
Now, for the third idiom in our podcast today. As Jack mentioned, this one might sound familiar to our most dedicated listeners. A phrase so useful and elegant, we felt it deserved another look in a new context. The idiom is carte blanche.
So, listeners, tell us about a time in your life when you had to remember that beggars can't be choosers. That's right. For anyone who might be new to the show, carte blanche is a fantastic phrase we've borrowed from French. It literally means white paper, and when you give someone carte blanche, you are giving them complete and total freedom to do whatever they want in a situation. It signifies absolute trust and authority.
Last time we discussed this, we talked about planning a party. But it's also used frequently in creative and professional fields. Imagine a client telling a web designer, "I don't know what I want, but I know your work is brilliant. I give you carte blanche." It's empowering, but also a huge responsibility.
Let's see what kind of project Mark has been given. It sounds like Mia is curious about a new task he's been assigned at home.
I saw you in the spare room earlier with a paint color chart and a measuring tape. What are you planning in there? I thought we agreed that room was your next big project.
It is. And I finally have my instructions. Your brother called me this morning. He knows he promised to help decorate it for when he visits, but he's so busy.
So he's backing out? That's not helpful.
No, it's the opposite of unhelpful. He said, and I quote, "I know you have better taste than me anyway. Here is my budget. Do whatever you think will look best." He gave me carte blanche.
Really? So you have total control over the design? The color, the furniture, everything?
Complete freedom. He just wants it to be a comfortable space for guests. It's a designer's dream. I can finally try out the dark green color scheme I've been thinking about.
I love this example. It shows how the phrase can be used for a creative project right at home. Mark has been handed the budget and the full authority to make all the creative decisions. His excitement is so clear.
And Mia's surprise shows just how significant this level of trust is. It's not just asking for help, it's handing over all control. A brilliant demonstration of carte blanche in action. We'd love to know, if you were given carte blanche to redesign one room in your house, what would you do?
And that brings us to our fourth and final idiom of the episode, a phrase that takes us from the world of logic and planning into the unpredictable world of the heart. The idiom is fall head over heels.
What a wonderfully descriptive phrase. To fall head over heels for someone means to fall deeply, completely, and utterly in love. It's not a slow, gradual process. It's a sudden, overwhelming, all-consuming feeling. The image is of tumbling, of losing your balance and control in the most wonderful way.
The head over heels part is so clever because it describes being upside down, which is what falling in love can feel like. Your logical mind, your head, is suddenly less important than the feelings in your heart. The world feels different, and you are completely captivated by one person.
Let's listen to one final conversation between Mia and Mark. They seem to be catching up on news about a mutual friend.
I had coffee with Sarah today. It was great to see her. She seemed so happy, just beaming with energy.
Oh, that's so good to hear. The last time I saw her, she was still feeling a bit down after her last breakup. What's changed? Is she working on a new project?
It's not a project, it's a person. She met someone new a few months ago, a man named Tom. She couldn't stop talking about him.
Oh really? Is it serious?
From the way she described him, it's incredibly serious. She said she knew from their very first date that he was special. She said she's never felt this way before. It's clear she has completely fallen head over heels for him.
What a lovely story. You can hear in the way Mark describes Sarah that her feelings are intense and obvious to everyone around her. She hasn't just started dating, she's completely in love.
Exactly. The phrase fallen head over heels perfectly captures that powerful, transformative experience of deep love. It's a beautiful idiom to describe one of life's most beautiful feelings. So, tell us in the comments, who is your favorite fictional couple that fell head over heels for each other?
And with that romantic thought, we've explored another 4 wonderful English idioms. Let's quickly review what we've learned today.
We started with the inevitable, with an outcome that was a foregone conclusion.
We then faced a situation with no options, reminding ourselves that beggars can't be choosers.
We were granted the ultimate freedom and trust when we were given carte blanche.
And we finished by exploring the dizzying, wonderful feeling of love when you fall head over heels.
We hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed making it. Please don't be afraid to try using these phrases. The more you play with them, the more they will become your own.
That's right. And if you found this episode helpful, a like or a 5-star review is always deeply appreciated. And to ensure you join us on our next journey, please be sure to hit that subscribe button.
Thank you all for your time and for your brilliant minds. Until next time, keep listening and stay curious.
Goodbye for now, everyone.